Hello, friends. Welcome to another week of Movie Monday. Today, we'll talk about learning, unlearning, and relearning. About a year back, I traveled within the US, roughly about 1,500 miles, all the way from Texas to Pittsburgh. And I was listening to a lot of songs on the way Tamil, Hindi, Malayalam, and everything actually, mostly Tamil. And what I found very intriguing was that many singers who were singing in Tamil were not from Tamil Nadu, meaning their mother tongue was not Tamil. S.P. Balasubramaniam, who is one of the most famous singers in Tamil, late S.P. Balasubramaniam, was from Andhra Pradesh. Chitra, Swarnalata were from Sujata, they were all from Kerala. S. Janaki, P. Sushila were from Andhra. So, truly speaking, not many singers were originally from Tamil Nadu. And as I kept listening to the songs, I was listening to a mix of both old and new songs and everything. And I kept wondering as to how these singers give the diction exactly right. How do they manage to give the emotions right? How do they get the grammatical part right and things like that? Because each language has its own grammar. There are some specific alphabets and things like that. If you take the Tamil language, one of the most important letters in the Tamil language is Ra, which is the one that you use in Varai Param and things like that. For someone who is not a native speaker of the language, saying that letter is not easy. Ra doesn't come very easily actually. But we have seen Lata Mangeshkar singing in Tamil, Asha Bhosle has sung in Tamil, and like I said, Sujata, Chitra, Swarnalata, many of them have sung in Tamil, and we think they are almost, from this part of the country. We think they actually specialize in that. And I've heard Chitra sing in Punjabi as well. I've heard her sing for Rang De Basanti. Where where she sings in Punjabi, and it seems as if she's from Punjab, and that's what they say about her in Bangalore or in Karnataka also, where she sings Kannada songs. So it is very interesting to see that these people, though they are assisted by lyric writers, music directors, and linguists and everybody, very clearly they happen to be a clean slate. Tabula rasa is a Latin phrase which translates to the word clean slate, which means before something enters your head or your mind, you have to first of all be a clean slate in order to learn something new. So, if they are singing one song in Tamil and the same afternoon they do a recording of a song in Telugu, then another song the next day in Kannada or Punjabi, Urdu, and other things, imagine how much of openness they need to have, which means that they keep themselves as a clean slate at all times, so that anything and everything that is being taught to them, their ego doesn't come their ego doesn't come in between that, they are great singers and things like that. They just keep their mind so clean that they are able to listen to the lyrics, understand the language, the grammar of the language, and everything actually. I feel this is a very important quality when you have to do or when you have to learn something new. So you have to learn something first, and then you have to be a clean slate or erase what you have learned already, and then you have to do relearning, and then at some point of time you also unlearn, right? It's a process basically, and it happens in all fields. We spoke about music. Imagine a movie like Vadachennai that was made in Tamil. Great directors like Subramania Siva, Amir, and Samudrakani were all part of Vadachennai, which was directed by Vetrimaran. If each of these directors would have carried their ego to the film set, it would have been a real mess. They were all a clean slate. Imagine someone like Amir, who gave a fantastic super hit like Parthi Veeran, and who almost made a difference to Tamil cinema with Parthi Veeran, just coming in with, as a clean slate into Vadachennai sets and listening to Vetrimaran's instructions and just executing them. How much of open mind how much of open mind would be needed to do that? How much of zero ego you need to have in order to do that? Many times we have a baggage, which is whatever we have learned from the past, whatever that we have learned from the years, over the years. seem to be in our head and in our mind. And anything new that we want to learn doesn't happen because our baggage doesn't let it happen. So it is very important to learn, but at the same time, when you want to learn something new, or when you have to relearn, it is important that you unlearn what you have learned earlier. And that's the crux of what I wanted to talk about in Movie Monday today. Once again, thanks a lot for watching, and thanks for all your subscription and comments. Look forward to talking to you or meeting you in another week of Movie Monday. Thank you so much.